Good morning. Welcome to Morning Encouragement today. I woke up this morning with a thought on my mind that I must admit, was not one of the most pleasant thoughts I've had. I was thinking about how much weaker I am in these days than I was earlier in life. I was preoccupied in thinking for some time about the things I can't do now that I used to do. You know, when a young man, I could do many things that are just impossible today. My physical power has declined. While the years of life have given me much experience and I've gained knowledge from that and benefited from it over the years, I still find that my strength is failing me. But even as an older man, and a weaker man, I might add, I have learned again this morning how blessed I am. You know, physical strength is not the most important thing in the world, although we men think it is, especially earlier in life. Education or wisdom or knowledge is not the most important thing to us, although we give it much preference in our learning years. Experience goes a long way, and I'm thankful for that, but that's not the most important thing. What we need is strength to carry on day by day. And in our latter years, many of us are not able to go on in our physical strength the way we did. But I want to remind you this morning that our God says He is standing ready to help. You remember the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, the three Hebrew boys who were in captivity? And while in captivity, the king had placed some strong demands on the people of his province. He had created a golden image, and he had commanded that everybody in the province would bow down to it. If not, they'd be cast into a fiery furnace. In Daniel chapter 3, verse 16 through 18, we find how these three boys answered the king. They didn't answer him carefully, the Bible says. They answered him boldly. And here's what they said. Nebuchadnezzar, if it be so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy God, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Daniel chapter 3, 16 through 18. How could they be so bold? How could they be so confident? I believe it was because they knew the power of their God, and they believed that he would help them if they cried out to him. How would he help them? He might lead them through the fiery furnace. He might allow the fiery furnace to consume them. But at any rate, he would help them on throughout eternity because they had believed in the true God. Well, they were bold, and we know what happened. They were cast into the fiery furnace. But when the king came out the next morning and looked in, he didn't see the ashes of three Hebrew boys. Instead, he saw four men walking around in the fiery furnace. God, in his power, had come to where they were and ministered to them that which they needed so that their lives might be spared. Our God is a wonderful God. The psalmist said it like this, O God, thou art terrible out of thy holy places. The God of Israel is he that giveth strength and power unto his people. Blessed be God. That's Psalm 68:35, reminding us again that God has promised to strengthen us and to help us. Yes, physical strength in the younger years, strength from God as we go on through life, and in the latter years, God will carry us through. What a wonderful blessing to know that. Paul, writing to the church at Ephesus, gave us encouragement from the New Testament like that. He said, in chapter 3 and along about verse 15, he started to say, I bow my knees unto God and pray for you. He's talking to the believers now at Ephesus. And then he says, I'm praying that God may dwell in your hearts by faith, that ye, being rooted and grounded in love, may be able to comprehend with all the saints what is the breadth and the length and the depth and the height, and to know the love of Christ, which passeth knowledge, that ye may be filled with all the fullness of God. Now listen. He also continues, now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. For those who believe in God, there's power. There's power to do the impossible. There's power to do the unbelievable. There's power to get up and go on when we don't have the physical strength to do it. I hope today that you're trusting in God and that you allow Him to help you as you go on. So many people today become so discouraged. I remember myself this morning early thinking about a flat tire on the car. There was a day in my younger years in just a flash when I would have had that car jacked up and the wheel changed off. Not anymore. Can't do that anymore. Underlying health conditions don't allow that anymore. So what do? Do I lay in my bed and curl up in a fetal position and cry because I can't change a tire? No. I have so much more to go on today. I can get up. I can pray to my God and ask Him to help me. And then I can look to Him to strengthen me as I go through the day. I'm so thankful He doesn't leave us nor forsake us. He will be with us. And He promises us. Remember what the psalmist said, O God, Thou art terrible out of Thy holy places. The God of Israel is He that giveth strength and power unto His people. Blessed be the God. I hope you'll go in encouragement today with that, and that God will help you along in the areas that you may feel weak and helpless. Remember, though my strength is much less than it was, God's strength is matchless. Trust Him today. May you have a good day. God bless you. Hope to see you here again tomorrow on Morning Encouragement.